Okay guys, so today during our mini lesson, we talked about learning about how characters handle problems can tell you a lot about your character, and you can learn about your character based on how they deal with problems, right? So today, we know we're being videotaped. It's a little different than normal, but I just want you guys to do your best to just focus like it's a normal lesson, okay? So we already read Library Lion as a group, and we talked about how Mr. McBee handled problems throughout the story and how that taught us about who he was as a person. We kind of discovered that he was jealous and that he had some issues dealing with the fact that there was a lion in the library that everybody loved, right? So we're going to get a little more practice with this today before I send you guys off to do it on your own. All right, and we're going to read this book that we read earlier this year. Do you guys remember Peter's Chair?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to read through this. And any time that you feel like we get to a problem, like something that's a problem for Peter, I just want you to go like this. Like stopping me. Can we practice? Oh yeah. All right, I like that.
Window.
Perfect. All right?
Well, it's actually for
I love it. Okay, so when we get to those problems, you're going to stop me. Can we do that? And we will add them to our story mountain. Just this one. We're working on this one together. You're going to use these later. Okay? So, Gabe, I've got extras, so I'll grab you one when we need one. All right. So, Peter's Chair by Ezra Jack Keats. And we're going to be focused in on Peter in this story. Okay. Crash. Down it came. Shh, called his mother. You'll have to play more quietly. Remember. Peter stretched as high as he could. There, his tall building was finished. Crash. Down it came. Shh, called his mother. Oh, you stopped me? What's the problem?
His building that he just built came crashing down.
Okay.
And there's a new thing.
Ooh, should we add that into the problem? Because it made a loud noise. What do you think, Gabe?
Yes.
So his building crashed down. Made a loud noise?
No, there's
a new baby in the house.
Yes.
Why is that a problem, Jacob?
Because it made a loud noise and that made me trying to sleep.
Okay, good. And remember, Jacob, we're doing that. You're going to do that later with this book.
Oh,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Peter looked into his sister Susie's room. His mother was fussing around the cradle. That's my cradle, he thought, and they painted it pink. What, is there a problem? Gabe, what do you think?
That used to be Peter's crib, and they painted it pink for his sister, and he's feeling kind of jealous.
Okay, yeah. Good word. So, Peter's old crypt was painted pink. Yeah. Really? That's awesome. Hi, Peter, said his father. Would you like to help paint Sister's high chair? It's my high chair, whispered Peter. You think? What do you think? You think we should stop, Jacob?
Yeah, because it was his high chair, and he's getting kind of mad now.
Why is he getting mad?
Because it's his stuff.
So he's losing all of his things to his sister. Yeah. All his old things are going to his sister.
Yeah.
He saw his crib and muttered, "My crib, it's painted pink too." Not far away stood his old chair. "They didn't paint that yet," Peter shouted. Is there a problem?
Yeah.
What do you think, Maddie?
His crib is pink.
His crib is pink. So, is that kind of included in this last problem?
So you could grade it under it.
His crib, too?
Yeah, because it actually isn't the same thing, but it's a cradle. I mean, a crib.
Right, instead of the cradle, right?
Yeah,
It was the
okay.
cradle earlier.
Well, a cradle is kind of like a crib, but the crib is kind of like one bit different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He picked it up and ran to his room.
Not really a problem.
Oh wait, never
What do
mind.
you think?
Never mind.
Not really a
Oh
problem.
yeah, he raised his room so they didn't paint it pink. Like, so he still has one old thing left.
So is that a problem yet?
Not a problem. Not really yet.
Not yet, probably. "Let's run away, Willie," he said. Peter filled a shopping bag with cookies and dog biscuits. "We'll take my blue chair, my toy crocodile, and the picture of me when I was a baby." Willie got his bone. Another problem?
They're running away.
Okay.
I would say that's kind of maybe problem.
A big
No.
problem.
Okay.
Well, not
We'll
exactly.
write it right here, and
Next to it.
we can always move it if it ends up being the big problem, the turning point. Does that sound like a good plan? Okay. So, what was my problem? Oh, Peter's running away.
Yes.
I would say that's a problem.
I'd say that's a pretty big problem.
Yeah. They went outside and stood in front of his house. "This is a good place," said Peter. He arranged his things very nicely and decided to sit in his chair for a while.
No problem.
Any new problem?
No. No.
But he couldn't fit in the chair. It was too big. He was too big. What's the problem, Hannah?
You just realized this would be his chair.
Do you think that could be the big
Yeah.
problem? Like, that's like a turning point in the story, right? Yeah.
And he realized he should give it to his sister.
Oh, you think that's what he's gonna realize?
Yeah.
Realize?
He was like,
He realized he couldn't fit his chair.
but he's probably
All right.
like all his toys over there.
Let's see. His mother came to the window and called, "Won't you come back to us, Peter dear? We have something very special for lunch." Peter and Willie made believe they didn't hear, but Peter got an idea. Soon, his mother saw signs that Peter was home. "That rascal's hiding behind the curtain," she said happily. She moved the curtain away, but he wasn't there. "Here I am," shouted Peter. Peter sat in a grown-up chair. His father sat next to him. "Daddy," said Peter, "let's paint the little chair pink for Susie."
Can I get most?
And they did.
That's I realized that's at the end.
The resolution. What's the problem at the end? Uh-oh. The dog's tracking paint on the carpet.
Dog just.
That's a good eye there. So, that could be a problem later, right? That's maybe a problem for the next story. Huh? So, how did we solve this problem? How did Peter solve his problem? What did he decide? Jacob, what do you think?
He decided to be nice now and paint the chair pink for Susie.
Why do you think he had a change of heart? You know?
Because he realized that, I can't just do this for 2 days and Susie was
Do you think that's a responsible thing for the older brother to do?
Yeah.
Yeah. Susie. Okay. So, guys, whenever you read a story, you really want to pay attention to the problems, because without the problems we don't have a story. It would be boring, it wouldn't be entertaining, it probably wouldn't be a book that you'd like to read, right? So we really pay attention to the problems, we pay attention to the way the main character, handles problems that they face. Okay, you guys have all brought your independent reading books over here today. So some of you have started these books already and are into these books. Raise your hand if you've already started this book. Okay, and this is a new book for you today, right? And that's fine. So if you guys can think back to something you've read, one of the problems that has happened, and just jot that problem down to get started before you leave. And it can be any problem that's happened so far in the book. And if you need to look back, that's a great strategy. Alright? Think of a problem that the main character has faced. And Jacob, if you would like to just start by reading about the first chapter or so, and you can stay right here and read, and then maybe that'll give you an idea of a problem. I think you've also probably read some Magic Treehouse books before, so maybe you have an idea of what a problem might be in the book. Did you find one? Alright, do you want to jot it?
Can I go have my seat?
Yep. And you guys are all set for now? Camera person? Do you want to walk around and show what everybody else is doing? Alright, thank you. So did you write your problem down? What's the problem? No problem.